Yo, it's your boy AB. AB Boxing here. What's going on, guys? Just wanted to see how you guys doing. Happy Saturday, happy Sunday, whatever day it is. Um, what a week! What a week! What a week! What a week! Um, just a little background info. I've studied psychology and law. That was my degree that I studied in criminal justice when I used to go to undergrad, and covering boxing has um, it motivated me in different aspects because sometimes when you meet fighters or you see like when you meet fighters inside and then see them on TV, you pick up something really interesting in terms of body language and what they say and what they don't do. And you're not gonna most of these fighters, you're not gonna lie to us the fans. I don't want to say I'm a fan, whatever. You're not gonna lie to us. In other words, sometimes some fighters say things that they're gonna do, but sometimes we don't internalize it like you really mean it. You know what I mean? It's like if you're trying to play this character that you're not trying to be, and it's hard. And especially with this Saudi Arabia December, what is it, 14? That's the day. Besides that, right? You got to consider yourself that Eddie Hearn, like I said, he's cool with me. He's my boy, whatnot. But Eddie Hearn has built this character, this engine, this super Dragonaut under Matchroom Boxing, and I give credit where credit is due. Eddie Hearn has developed a champion, a well-asset champion, well, ex-champion at the time. Well, he's still a champion in my eyes, right? You have developed a champion where you promoted him well. You have persuaded the fans, more like the British fans, to love Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua, for most of his career, we known him as a sweetheart, a gentleman, a class act, a guy that we want in our magazines to be published and whatnot. And it's crazy how time flies, right? Time changes, and next thing you know, people change. People change, and it happens. And I think Joshua has come to a point where he, as a man, does not seek change, and this and as how can I say it? He doesn't seek change because he thinks him being who he was. I don't want to say he was playing as, or maybe that is who he is, a sweet guy or whatnot. But and coming into this fight, you're not the good guy. Everybody thinks you're the villain. You're the bad guy. You're this guy that has let the country down. The great country of Great Britain. You have let down so many people coming into the fight with Ruiz, and it's not particularly your fault. You know what I mean? I think sometimes when you're on the top, we get too comfortable, we get too humble, and we forget about our humble beginnings. Not to say he forgot about the humble beginnings, but like I said, Joshua was such a nice guy. Like, you have Big Baby Miller, Tyson Fury, and you have all these other people coming at him, and his response was like, yeah, and then he will respond back with such a genuine way, and then people will be like, Joshua, when are you ever gonna clap back and say what you mean? You know what I mean? So in other words, like, Joshua was holding back. He was holding back. He didn't want to let the audience, the fans, know how he really felt. But it seems like it seemed like it was bound to happen. You know what I mean? Because even in real life, when you're down, you're depressed and whatnot, and if you don't tell anybody how you really feel, if you don't let out that anger or that frustration, it's gonna kill you inside. And I think that Joshua hasn't taken this first fight. It's in his head. He hasn't taken it very well. When he first was doing interviews, he was he was cool about it. He was like, yeah, the better man won. Blah blah blah. But then these last interviews, I was like, yo, what the hell? Like, he's calling Lennox Lewis a clown, which, like I said, Joshua's entitled to say whatever he wants. But it's just fascinating how the script has flipped on him. You know what I mean? Now he called Lennox Lewis a clown, right? Lennox Lewis clapped back at him, and then the Twitter, Instagram, they're all like, "Oh, AJ, how dare you insult the great Lennox Lewis?" Because he was if I'm not mistaken, the last undisputed champion in the heavyweight division, if I'm not mistaken. People were attacking him. They were criticizing AJ, which I think in anybody's mechanics is that you got to defend yourself when you got to defend yourself, and when you need to go out of character, you got to be out of character. You know what I mean? And I could tell you this much about AJ. I think AJ, I don't know him personally, but I could tell you that I think the AJ that was speaking about Lennox Lewis, and then when he said on Sky Sports that Andrew Reese didn't beat me, he got lucky. That punch was sent by the guys. Like, it makes you, it shows his pride, and that's what this sport is about. Pride. And when I seen that, it was like the epitome of Anthony Joshua, the evolution of Joshua. Because at the end of the day, you can only be what we call a baby face in wrestling. You can maintain that baby face for such a long time, but it's gonna be a time where you need to go the heel turn, the bad guy. And I think a lot of people were waiting to see this Anthony Joshua heel turn. I was waiting for this heel turn because I like this Anthony Joshua when he's heel, a bad guy, saying outrageous things, and I love it. And I hope that Anthony Joshua embraces the hate, because if you think about it, if we was to compare it to another sport, boxing is a real sport, but it's also entertainment. They're here to fight to give a service to us, so we could keep attending their fights and buying tickets, whatnot, right? And this reminds me of Hulk Hogan. If you guys are familiar with Hulk, I'm pretty sure everybody's familiar with Hulk Hogan, a global name at the time, in this epic time. He's still known today. But if we look back at the Hulk Hogan story, right, you ask yourself, well, what made him different than any other fighters? Or I don't want to go to that route. You know what? Let me forget about that route. Let's just say that Hulk Hogan, right? Hulk Hogan was revered. He was loved. Like, he resembled the American trait. You know what I mean? He was the American champion. Very charismatic, very outgoing. He knew how to cut a promo. You know what I mean? He knew how to cut a promo. Was his wrestling the best? Hell no. But he knew how to cut a promo. He knew how to market himself very well in that time, right? And he was building steam. He was building momentum. People were loving him. People buying his gear and whatnot. And then it came to a point that as wrestling was becoming popular, it was expanding global and whatnot. People were starting to get tired of Hulk Hogan, because you keep rubbing this image and this same persona, and people get fed up with it. People are satisfied only a certain amount of time. You know what I mean? So people were getting fed up with him, and people were getting bored of him. But yet he was still coming in as this hero, this poster boy of WWF. But people were fed up with it, and people wanted to see new developed stars or new developed characters, because they were so sick and tired of Hulk Hogan. But then he does what ultimately changed the business. Heel turn. He did what he did. He did what a good guy was never supposed to do. Turn heel. He what is it? He attacked the face of, at the time, WCW, and then you joined these two, like, most hated guys during the time, Scott Hall and Kevin Nash, and you joined them, and you joined the business. And even when you was a bad guy, people fucking loved you, because people wanted to see something different. People wanted to see character development, and that's what I'm seeing in Anthony Joshua. There is a character development that in our eyes we're seeing. That's what we're seeing right now in Anthony Joshua, and I love it. Anthony Joshua, just be yourself, bro. Be yourself. Do not hold back. You know what I mean? Because when you hold back, that's when people hate you the most. But when you're yourself and you're saying all these things, you have a right to defend yourself. You have a right to say what's on your mind. You know what I mean? Do I agree with everything that you say? No, I definitely don't. There's things that you make a point, yes. But Joshua, you have to understand that coming to this fight, people have left you for Andy Ruiz. And I say that because Andy Ruiz is the underdog that we call in WWE the Daniel Bryan factor. You know what I mean? Because he wasn't supposed to be in that level, but you gave him the opportunity, and you was so nice and so fortunate. You was like, here, giving him titles, here, this and that. You was so nice that it backfired on you, and now the fans popped, they cheered, they loved it, because we don't see that all the time. Because usually in boxing, the promoters or the politics always get the guy they want to get. they always seem to find and select the guy they want to pick instead of what we want to cheer for. You know what I mean? And Andy Ruiz was one of those fighters that he wasn't supposed to be where he is right now. He was given an opportunity out of a situation of Big Baby doing what he did. Whatever. I'm still mad at Big Baby Miller. I'm still mad at you. But anyways, he did what he did. You know what I mean? And Andy Ruiz is so lovable right now because he his physique is not the best. He's such a nice guy. But not that he's just a nice guy, but like you could kind of sense it that he really is a genuine nice guy. You know what I mean? And it's hard to believe if you see I'm even surprised even on Twitter he's saying all these things. I call shots now. The rematch taking Saudi Arabia. Like of course he's pulling the most leverage that he can, and nothing's wrong with that. But in this sense, Joshua can't be good guy in this fight. He can't. Andy Ruiz has all the momentum going in his way. You know what I mean? He's playing the good guy. He is the good guy leading into this fight. So Anthony Joshua needs to understand you're not the good guy in this fight. And moving forward, you might not even be the good guy moving forward. You know what I mean? I'll give you an example, right? Deontay Wilder, perfect example. He is not the most, what we call the most accurate, skill-wise fighter, right? He's not the most accurate, but he knows how to get a pop from fans. And what I mean by that is, Wilder's not, how can I say it? When he's the Bronze Bomber, when he's the Deontay Wilder fighter, he gets a mix. He's a heel and he's a babyface. People hate what he says, but people are captivated and will still tune in to see what he says because they will be like, oh, Wilder says he wants a body, let's attack him for that. But it's okay because Wilder knows how to control that balance. But then when he's knocking out dudes with bang, with a right, with the left, whatever, like people get a pop out of it. I'll give you another example. Fury, great example. Fury is like what we call in wrestling the independent guru, where his skill set's so amazing, but when it comes to shooting a promo, that wrestler might not be good. But Fury has both. Like his skills is out of nowhere, and his mic talk is what we call great. He knows how to make, like I said, he knows how to make a pop for the fans. And when it comes to Tyson Fury, how is it that Fury, as before he became the Fury he is today, when he beat Klitschko, everybody hated his guts. But if you look at the development of Tyson Fury, what enticed him was his return. He still kept the what's the word? He still kept the trash talking going. He kept talking his shit. But what made him such a likable and relatable guy, keep in mind, relatable. Wilder can relate with us, the fans. He can relate with us all the way, right? So, going back to Tyson Fury, right? Tyson Fury was coming back from the addiction and depression and whatnot, and for him to overcome it and still be the person he is, where he's talking and whatnot, he won all of British hearts and even Americans' heart, because it was a story that Americans and British fans and people all over the world in general are going through. And for him to get that story to be out there, people love that. And I'll tell you this, Fury could say so many things and whatnot, people will love him. Wilder could say the craziest thing and he'll get a mixed reaction, but people relate with it. And I'll tell you something about Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder could relate with the minorities because he has that aura. He speaks it. He speaks for us. You feel me? And then with Joshua, it's like it's hard for him to talk. And I mean, for me, in my experience, right? All the fans that I've talked to, they always tell me Joshua's such a nice guy. He's such a likable guy. Like he's such a respectful guy. But I just can't relate with him. Something about Joshua's off. Like it seems like Joshua has a hard time relating to us, the fans. And I think Joshua needs to get back or just be himself so people could understand why Joshua is what he's becoming. Because I'm pretty sure if you continue to be what you are right now, when you're letting things out, letting your anger out, letting how you really feel, people are gonna gravitate to that. People are gonna love you even more. I'm telling you right now, people are gonna love you even more. And the biggest thing is Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn, like I said, he wants to continue this persona of Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua, the good guy. Anthony Joshua, the class act. Eddie Hearn, you got to make this transition as well. You got to embrace the hate. You got to embrace this nefarious side of Anthony Joshua. You have to, because when Joshua's vicious and angry and whatnot, it makes a better story to build up a fight. You know what I mean? So Eddie Hearn, if I was you, tell Joshua to keep saying all these outrageous things, because you're just gonna pick up more steam and you're gonna have more people be more engaged, and they're gonna feel part of the story, the storytelling of this fight leading up to December 14. You know what I mean? Like Joshua, like I'm telling you, man, embrace the side, man. Like what else? What else do you have to lose? You know what I mean? All you have to do is just be yourself, be organic. That's all you have to do, Joshua. And I'm telling you, you doing that you're gonna feel much of a better person. I'm telling you. Look at Hulk Hogan. Like I'm saying, Hollywood Hulk Hogan. He's made millions after he became this bad guy. He's made millions. And even when he reverted back to the old Hulk Hogan of the red and yellow and red, whatever, like he still made his millions. He you know what I mean? That character, or that side of Hollywood, I think is what makes the fans, or if fans would say which one was your favorite character of Hulk Hogan, they'll say Hollywood Hulk Hogan. Right now, if you was to make a poll, right, and you was to tell me which one is your favorite side of Joshua, people will say, I like this bad boy of Joshua. I like the bad side of Joshua, and that's me being honest. You know what I mean? That's me being honest. And at the moment, I do want to say thank you to everybody, anybody that's watching this live video. I'm actually trying to look at who comment, but hopefully somebody comment. Is it disabled? Oh, my bad. What? Anyways, I don't know why it says disabled though. Anyways, I just want to say thank you guys. You guys always showing love. Yeah, I'm trying to work how this super chat works. I'm so sorry, guys. But like I said, Joshua, I'm telling you, if somebody was to make a poll right now, who's a better, which side of Joshua they like, they'll say they like this one, bro. I'm telling you, they're gonna say they like this Joshua, bro. They love. That is disabled for this live stream. Hold up, give me a second, guys. What's going on here? Why is it disabled? Oh no. Anyways, yeah, guys. I mean, what do you think about Eddie Hearn, guys? You think, is this the end of, should Eddie Hearn hold Joshua back, or what, guys? What do you guys think? I'd love to know what you guys think. Enable chat. Okay, let's see how this goes. Can I post now? Hold up, I'm trying to get you guys back in this. Ugh. Anyways, guys, I'm trying to see what. Thank you. Hey, did it go through? It says chat is disabled for this live stream. Does anybody know how to fix this? What the hell is going on? No, show chat. Man, I'm fucking horrible at this. All messages are visible, but it doesn't show me. Yep, Eddie Hearn. You gotta like let Joshua be himself, man. Let him be himself. Because if you don't let him be himself, it's a doom for disaster. That's how much I'll tell you. Doom for disaster. Anyways, guys, I'm gonna be out. Yeah, I'm gonna try to improve on this. Like I said, I'm new to this. I'm trying to get this live chat. But anyways, guys, like I said, the heel turn that we all been waiting for. Joshua finally turns heel. I love it. Joshua, you got to come out with a dark theme, all black. Ring entrance to Saudi Arabia. That would be the dopest entrance I'll probably see in years. You know what I mean? But guys, I'm gonna holler at you guys. Thank you so much, guys. All love. Thank you for those who support. Like I said, guys, don't make sure to. I mean, if you guys want to continue supporting the channel, or whatnot, just you guys could cash at me at money sign knockout 0824. It's KNOCKOUT 0824. Or you guys can Venmo me at the hashtag sign at Gustavo GUSTAVO the slash and then Neri NERI. Like I said, guys, Thank you so much, guys. Appreciate it, and we'll definitely talk soon. Make another live video soon, guys, or just comment on my IG or my or once this video is fully up on YouTube, just comment comment what you guys think about the video, and comment what you guys wanted to say during the live chat, and I will promise to respond back to you. I will respond to every questions or answers or response you guys have. But thank you guys again. Thank you for the support, and peace.